5. All right, Jade, producer James put this on the desk, and this is big news. USA Today headline, you need to start paying your student debt. No, really.
It's time. Yeah, it's funny. The time's nearly up for federal student loan borrowers to start repaying, or else they're going to face credit score consequences soon. If you remember, President Joe Biden last year offered a 12-month on-ramp to repayment so that financially vulnerable borrowers who miss monthly payments during the period are not delinquent and it's not reported to credit bureaus. That on-ramp is set to expire September 30th, and anyone who doesn't begin making payments in October risks a hit to their credit score. So if you just remember, student loans were on pause for for years and years because of COVID. And then that finally lifted. And it was like, oh my gosh, payments are due again. And then as soon as that happened, it was kind of past. But if you're not ready to pay, you don't have to pay yet. You get this on-ramp, basically another year where if you don't pay, nothing happens. Figure
your life out. Get ready.
And again, you cannot defer the inevitable. Like, it's going to happen. And at this point, it's due, guys. And
well, the problem is a lot of people, once you start living your life without a certain payment in it, you get used to that. Just like if you become debt-free, you're like, wow, this is nice. I got margin to do other things. The problem here is it's going to be a shock to a lot of people's budget when that $400 student loan payment is all of a sudden due, and they didn't make any tweaks to their lifestyle and their budget. They haven't made progress financially. So you've got to do a budget today just to figure out, where is this going to fit in? What do I need to cut? Do I need to go make more money in order to make this payment? And by the way, don't just make the minimum payment. You'll be paying on it for 20 years. Yeah. You got to throw extra at it. And so that's where the debt snowball comes into play and all the margin-driving activities that we talk about.
Yeah. If no payment is received within 90 days, your account will be considered seriously delinquent, and it can be reported to credit bureaus. And so this is really, really important. I like your advice, George. If you don't have a budget, start today. And, don't wait around for something else to come and possibly
what if
take
they
this off
extend
your
it
plate.
Again? What if... Well, I'll wait till after the election and see if they give us...
Please don't.
Don't do that.
So, anyway, I hate this, but...
People are hearing us talking about, well, it could hurt your credit score. I thought you guys didn't care about credit scores. Listen, we don't care about the credit score as a scoreboard, but the truth is a bad credit score will hurt you financially. We want you to have no credit score. That's a cool thing to have because you're debt-free, but you don't need to not be paying your debt and having it hurt your credit score, because that will hurt your insurance rates. That will hurt your ability to rent. And if you're going to buy a house, that's going to hurt your ability to buy a house. The key is to have no score, not a low score. So make sure you pay your bills. And if you need help with this debt payoff stuff, keep listening. We are here to help you guys get out of debt once and for all. Yeah,
and just a quick thing here. People say, well, what's the consequences then if it's not just the fact that your credit gets messed up? There is consequences for defaulting on your loan. It not only impacts your ability to borrow money, even if you're going to do something like buy for a house, because we do say it's okay to borrow for a house. So that part does matter. But if you allow that to remain in default for too long, the entire balance can become due at one time. It's called acceleration. Ooh. And once that happens, you're no longer qualified to do any kind of deferment or any other types of payment plans, because you've basically said at that point, we can't help you. And so you don't want that. If that happens, you can lose eligibility for additional federal aid. Not that we would want you to go back into student loan debt. But again, it's reported to credit bureaus, and it can take a really long time to be able to purchase or sell things like real estate. That bothers you. Your tax. And here's the one I think that really will make people be like, no, your tax refunds and federal benefits could also be withheld.
Ooh.
So if you're a person that's like, my tax return, that's going to break me free. If you don't pay your student loans, they can hold that because
Uncle Sam holding that hostage.
Yeah. And again, of course, they can take you to court and they can sue you. So please get on this. If you need help, we're here to help you. We're not mad at you. We just want you to get out of student loan debt because it is holding you back.
All right, let's go